Well, this is a potential run. But yeah, the dangerous shotgun... I needed a little bit more AoE, probably. Maybe? I don't know. I'll have to think about that. But yeah, mainly, don't bring 2 guns in. That was foolish. Let's see if I maxed the altar yet. I have. So the altar is not a persistent upgrade system, which sucks. It's a semi-persistent item buff thing. Don't bring a pair of guns into a lizard fight. Yep. Okay, Ring of Madness is probably the right choice. My max HP kind of sucks. But my damage is good. Hopefully we find the restaurant, the inn, before we go too far. It'd be nice if the inn was always at the very beginning along the way. Or if you could pay, like, Croc for a little bit. Actually, I really wish I could invest money in Croc. Ah, there she is. Like, how cool would it be if you could, like, chuck money at Croc and be like, yo, Croc, here's some money, better stock. And then rinse, repeat forever. Until he eventually has, like, 20 items and they're all good. Because, like... Let's see, cloth armor adds evasion. Oh, did he have cloth armor? I totally, like, missed that. I wasn't paying enough attention. Let's see, Matchlock is good. I don't like the Matchlock because, he makes bosses go berserk. And also, I don't know. He's not a terrible character. He does tons of damage. But he also doesn't fit for the current build that I'm rolling with. I could try him again. I mean, I guess what it would do is it would guarantee that I'd do baseline a fair bit of damage. Yeah, okay, we'll try the Matchlock next. If I don't get anything better this run, I'll probably just bring the Ring of Madness with me, and we'll go Evasion Tank Matchlock. Because I guess that is actually a valid point about the Matchlock being, because the Matchlock gets a 50% damage bonus to revolvers, which I think there's only one revolver anyway. Unless I'm mistaken. Oh, I think I meant the gun. Oh, sorry. I was thinking about the Desperado dude. Well, brain. Anyway, I don't like the Matchlock at all. I've tried it a couple of times. It shoots awkwardly, and it doesn't work right. Sorry. I am quite tired. Oh, jeez, it's already midnight. Well, this will probably have to be my last run one way or another, because I got other stuff to record tonight. Otherwise, I'm never going to finish half of my series. The death of my channel is... Or the death of my channel. The death of a series is usually defined... Did I just take no damage from that? I might have. The death of series on my channel is usually defined based on how much I get hooked on a game. Because it destroys my ability to do other things. The 19 max health is good, though. I'm going to take the 19 max health early. Because Bibimbap is damn good, but we'll do that when one of the 3 buffs is low. As opposed to this floor when all 3 buffs are good. Oh, I forgot the cloth armor. Whatever, we'll have another chance. Supposedly. I don't know. But yeah, I've maxed the altar many times. Let's see. Cloth armor. It'll show back up or it won't. I don't know. Generally, don't remind me when I'm starting to head for the exit. Remind me as soon as I'm safe. That's the ideal time to remind me for anything. Because by the time I'm actually heading for the exit, I'm probably actually gone. Because Twitch delay is quite a thing. What was that other Twitch streaming service that everybody used for a while? There was like a specific one that everybody was like really into. It wasn't... It's not Mixer. It's not... That's not YouTube. It had a fairly nice green user interface. I forgot. That game... That one always had, like, a really good... Okay, attack speed, critical evasion, not very good. Look at the evasion for now and start saving for the, Bibimbap. You don't want a backseat game. There's kind of a difference between telling me what to do and remind me of something that I've forgotten. Though, it is kind of a weird sliding scale, because I will actually get really pissy at people for trying to remind me of things that I already know, and I'm already doing. Like, a lot of people have tried to remind me when I'm playing the Criminal Shadow that I should probably go sell all my items, and I'm like, do you know what's going on? Do you know this character? The answer is no, and it gets kind of annoying. So, you do have a good point. Backseat gaming is maybe not always the wisest. I don't know. Whatever. Prudence. Usually the big problem is when people are like, sell your items, sell your items, sell your items. That's when it gets to me. Are you gonna play more scrap mechanic? Play more scrap mechanic. Are you gonna play Enter the Gungeon? Sorry. You develop a complex after a while. See, suddenly reminds you that Digimon exists. And is in the schedule, actually. I could get the Carbine, but I'm really liking the Shuriken right now. Or not the Shuriken, the Boomerang. Carbine also doesn't do that much damage. It wasn't Streamlabs. I don't remember what it was called. I forget. Oh, Spike Ball gives 1 critical. Yeah, it's probably not worth it. Yeah, the Carbine isn't any better. The one problem with the Boomerang, sorry, it's not a Shuriken. I mean, it's a giant Shuriken, let's be honest here. One thing about it is if you miss the pickup, it sucks. I kind of wish you could actually just chuck multiples with, like, a cooldown or something. But yeah, the fact that you can throw the Boomerang through the world is kind of invaluable. Because just being able to hit something that, like, you normally can't see is... It's a Shuriken. Truth. Okay. HP's looking good. Let's see, do I have enough for a food buff? I do not. How is the crit buff here? 3.6. Yeah, we're just gonna save it for now. The extra max HP would be nice, but really isn't going to make much of a difference here. So let's just go down. I think this might actually... Yeah. Let's go with the advanced pistol. It's gonna be a little bit... It's gonna be a little bit more effective against the skull, I think. Hello, Belial. I really do hope they start varying the bosses a little bit here. Because, I don't hate Belial, but he feels very dull after a while. He's probably actually the best designed boss in the game. Almost all the other ones have kind of small hitboxes and are kind of awkward to deal with. Niflheim's kind of cool too. Belial is definitely the most inspired out of all of them. Hey! Guess who's not paying the price for anything? Okay, so that gives me 3 evasion. Let's do this. Bam. Haha! Suck it, bitches. I got shields again. I mean, honestly, the advanced pistol might actually just be better than the advanced pistol might just be better than the shuriken, just purely for the raw damage output. I forgot my healing. Oh well. I got my waifu, man. Like, as long as I've got this waifu, I'm gonna be full health. For at least a while. Yeah, I've got shield waifu back. Shell's... I don't know if Shell can hear me. Yeah, probably shouldn't be saying that. She gets a little jealous. I think I just heard her in the other room. She's the waifu. She's the true waifu. I'll just pretend it's Shell. I mean, she could probably actually cosplay as that. Just to figure out how to get her to float behind me. But Shuriken ignores walls. It's true. The main problem with the Shuriken is just the main problem with the Shuriken is it has a very slow throw. I guess what I could do is just this. Maybe I'll get the torch again. Roll Shell around on a dolly. I could. I'm not going to though. It would be fun to cosplay for an indie game, but I'm not gonna choose this game. I'm hoping for like a really like cute semi-fantasy co-op game to come out for the Shell and I to play. Because I think it would be really satisfying to like dress up as a co-op series of ours. I can't hit this guy. This is the one problem with direct guns. It's like, oh yeah, you want to hit something. Ah, good luck. I more or less just aimed for that one. Well, that's okay. I cosplay as the people from Full Metal Furies. I could. I think she wants something a little bit more fantasy. It would definitely be easy for her to do the Full Metal Furies costume, though. See, I could grab the throwing knife. Actually, I'm gonna hold on to the throwing knife. It might be better once all the crit buffs are. It might be better once all the crit buffs are accounted for. Than most every other weapon. The main problem is the AoE. It'd be nice if we could get the silver bullet on this run. The other problem is we'd actually have to go to a convention to cosplay for. Let's see. Don't forget to remove the second ranged weapon. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Well, I could always... Let's maybe try this for now. Yeah, I don't know if it counts shurikens and stuff. Because that's kind of an important question to ask, too. Do shurikens count in the as part of the process? Because if I can go in with... I don't know if it counts for guns, or whatnot. I have no idea. Okay, well, let's go dump most of the spare guff that I don't care about. Where's my evasion at? Oh, it's only at 21. Well, it's okay. I got shields, so that'll help. Evasion. Yeah, okay, now we can get the... Now we can get the bibimbap. When we actually need it. Yeah, as long as you get it generally before, as long as you get it before Niflheim. Before the fire boss, really. All the other ones kind of don't matter so much. I do feel a bit cheesy for using this weapon all the time, but it is a good weapon. Okay, Bloodstone Ring, not that helpful. What's my money doing? As long as you don't spend too much. No. Unfortunately, yeah, I tossed my Midas Ring, so I don't have any extra money. Well, I could always just sell some stuff. Like, I don't have to work on the tribute buff. right now. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to start doing that. Otherwise, we're not gonna be able to afford all this food. Okay, I'm gonna go double check with Croc. Nope, nothing. Only thing I consider buying is anything with evasion on it, cloth armor, which I should have grabbed earlier, but whatever. Or anything with a with toughness on it. Which there isn't much for toughness. Well, there's toughness. It's like it hurt me. Yeah, I'll take the slight power reduction. In favor of even more toughness. Because I'm not buffing my armor right now. It's 30, that's respectable. I wonder how strong the spear is. Actually, the spear is pretty good. It's got range for days. It's got rang. I was wondering about that the other day, actually. How much could I, like, mispronounce words and not have people get really mad at me? Oh, still too fat. Because somebody was actually floating that idea as... Ow. Okay, nope. He's not dead yet. Somebody was actually floating that idea with YouTube channels to purposefully mispronounce the occasional word. Because it increases your engagement because people are, like, you know, angry about it and stuff like that. And I thought about it for a while and I'm like, that's stupid, but it might also work. I'm not going to do it. Well, no, I don't know. Space French is a thing. Let's just wait. There we go. Sort of slow. What do we... Nope. Well, whatever. Boxes are a kind of useful thing, but not that useful. Okay, we're good. Ooh. Doggies! No doggies! No doggies! Yeah, the kind of sad thing is, I'm doing this run, and it kind of doesn't even matter what I'm using here. Like, as long as it's got a attack speed of over 1 second, you can kind of just do whatever you want. Which is weird. Okay, what do we have? Nothing. Nice part is I can just kind of ignore the fire damage as long as I don't let my shield run out before I'm done with the floor. Oh, it's a good thing shield waifu is common. I mean, yeah, I guess she's only a yellow, so that doesn't actually make her that rare. You know, here's a question. If anybody knows in chat. Can you actually, if you're cheating, I guess this is really aimed at Cryer or anybody else that's cheated. There's the cloth armor. That is not much evasion. It's also worth a lot of money. I'll get it, and then I'm gonna throw it away. Okay, so let's start selling some of my spare stuff. I'll get rid of the advanced pistol at this point. Get rid of the revolver. I'm gonna hold on to the boomerang just in case. Kryros, do you know if you can actually boost your trait points higher than the value? Like, say, could you have like 30 wrath? I guess it wouldn't change too much even if you could. Oh yeah, having the Dwarven armor on, I believe... Cheat engine says yes, but like, I want to see if it'll increase your crit and evasion past. Because that's an interesting question, because I'd almost want to just keep pumping points into mysticism for the evasion buff. Yeah, I got the evade buff already. And the crit buff wasn't very good. Could have used it here, maybe. Whatever. Oh, so far so good. Losing my shield left and right here, which is not great. At least the crits are kind of keeping me up. Okay, halfway point. Okay, I hate that maneuver. The just immediately nuke your general vicinity button. Ow! Her berserk button is rolling hard right now, and I'm not really sure why. Okay, well that's fine. Just scares me for the, scares me for the next part. No, I haven't seen the blunderbuss show up a lot lately. Cheat engine it so you have max levels of the 4 types of buff. As if you're level 120, no other cheats. I think you'd only be level 80. Yeah, only level 80. But yeah, I actually do want to try a quote-unquote max level run at some point. I just also want to see what would happen if well, I don't know. We more or less know what would happen. Evade, block, and hits my shield. You can't touch me, I'm the gingerbread dude thing. Okay, they cap at 20, not 30. Yep. Actually gonna go back to the spear, probably. I don't have the crit to quite justify the shuriken yet. If we could get the torch on the shuriken, we'd be well, maybe not unstoppable, but we'd have benefits. I'll go for that money once I've killed all the dudes. There we go. Okay. Yeah, money. Money with no risk. I'm probably going to have a lot to worry about on some of the later levels, because my damage is kind of capped at a thing. Okay. You can make the skill tree higher than 20, but the stats don't increase. Figured as much. It's worth a shot. Because then you'd know that they have the capability there. But yeah, they're probably never going to increase that level cap. Which sucks. Because I feel like beating the last boss absolutely should be something that just like totally unlocks the game for you. It's just like, go wild now, have fun. Okay, well, either way, we'll have our fun, even if it involves a little bit of messing around later. Mostly getting better at avoiding damage, but then again, I also have a shield that just protects me from harm. Just having that has made runs more ridiculous. So much easier. Okay. I'm getting hungry. Unfortunately, we haven't been out that much lately. between Shell's car needing repairs, because apparently her airbags are, explode and kill people. Which is kind of the opposite of what airbags are supposed to do. Why did I teleport over here? I have no idea. Yeah, that doesn't do anything to me. But yeah, so her airbags have been subject to a recall. Which is, like, totally fine, but so we haven't quite felt like driving anywhere. Comboed with, you know, me being busy and her wrist being hurt and stuff like that. So we haven't been to Target in a little while. And unfortunately that's meant, like, I'm, like, totally out of cereal, I'm totally out of tortillas. All I've got left, I think, sitting around in the fridge is, like, some yogurt and some curry that I can't... Ooh, scatter bullet. I actually have to test this. Oh, boy. Alright, here we are. Okay. So that's gonna help. Yeah, now we got scatter knives. Does cut into the evasion a little bit. Try boomerang. That is a scarier... Okay. Let's see, what food shop does she have? Okay, so we want to go evasion and critical. Oh, both are amazing. The damage leaves something to be desired. If I had a stronger run, like more crit, for example, I think I'd be down with the Trimarang. I think I also only have to catch one of them. So we'll see. Okay, and we get the ruby necklace, not that helpful. Still, Tri-Shot Shuriken itself, though, is really good. Okay, Dragon Hammer, don't care too much about Dragon Hammer. I'm just gonna sell some of these things, yeah, because we're low on money. Okay, I'm gonna put the spear back on. Hold on to the Bloodstone Ring. I don't know if I'm gonna be using it immediately, if ever. But it seems worth. Yeah, because the thing is, ultimately, yeah, we do less damage with the shurikens, but with our crit chance, it more or less just increases our chance of getting a crit, comboed with the crit damage, which doesn't get reduced. This probably means I can shuriken the crap out of, Tunok and company. I do fine. I'm a little bit disappointed the lizards don't get hit by, poison. Though I kind of understand why. Kinda. Yeah, how do you even have a poison swamp near nature? Wouldn't it probably kill nature in the area to have poison? I should probably actually drop down and clear this area, now that I'm thinking about it. I'm a rain of knives. You can do nothing about it. It actually feels like it might cut my my crit chance a bit. I don't entirely know. I do feel kind of inferior. Like I'm not doing quite enough damage. I hope we get the torch on this run. Because if I could try the torch, if I could get the torch with this combo, it would do more damage. I guess there's actually a couple of things. Whatever the, I mean, just go full ninja style. Would probably do it. a lot of ghosts. Let's see, have I even tried going Dragon Hammer yet? I haven't, sort of. I think I had it once. I tried using it, and I'm like, this is too slow. Let's see, it is cutting my crit damage. When I said crit damage, I meant it wasn't cutting my crit damage multiplier. Because that would be rough. But it is cutting my base damage. Which is, like, a problem. I don't know. I think I'd still rather have Tri-Shot. I'll probably take it off for, I'll probably take it off for the fire boss. Because the fire boss, well, I don't know. Because if I'm up there hitting him, like, directly... it might be better. Hard to say. You know what this game needs is Homing Shot. Cheated attack speed, Dragon Hammer. I could mess around with that at some point, like the super hammer mode. Okay. There are no teleporters down here. That is insulting. Also, I actually did take damage at some point. When? I don't remember. Oh well. We'll heal at some point. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't afford both buffs, but we'll get better crit buffs as we go along. Because I need that evasion. Everything else is secondary, but if I can get a stupidly high evasion, we become pretty unstoppable. Okay, 9th floor, little injured, we'll see. Hello, Tunok. Okay. So we've lost our shields. And we are taking some damage. Damn it. My damage sucks. Stunned. Okay. Yeah, I don't have the ridiculous setup that I normally do. Evade, stunned, and he's dead. Okay. Yeah, Scary Tunok. I'm just a little weak for him. Usually having some kind of AoE or shurikens would do it. Or boomerang, sorry. Dice God's trick. Okay, that changes a little bit. That changes a lot. Let's get rid of the Dwarven armor for it. Actually, no, let's get rid of the Scatter Bullet. Okay, so that puts my crit rate up and buffs my crit damage pretty strong. He is much slower without the 2 guns. Very true. The 2 guns were terrifying. I don't know, I might... You know what? I know how to do this. We gotta clear this floor first. Okay. So we're gonna take off Dwarven armor, we're gonna split shot. Okay, here we go. So we are going to... Oh, Croc. Never mind. Okay, so we probably want the tower shield over the police shield. Yeah, because the police shield has nothing on the tower shield. Oh, right. Somebody gave me the tower shield. Let's sell that. Fine without the bloodstone ring. Fine without the revolver. Fine without the spare shield. It's cutting my damage because one shot was going directly into the ground. Yeah, I guess I got to aim like slightly up or something. I don't know. I'll kind of mess with this. This feels better, at least. Some attack speed wouldn't be a terrible idea. Honestly, with this combo. I'll consider it if the crit buffs are ever if the crit rate is ever lower than the other stuff. So 6 critical versus some pretty good max HP too, but evasion. Because I'm at 41%. Try the tri-boomerang. The tri-boomerang isn't as good. Like, you think it'd be good, but the main benefit for the tri-boomerang is kind of lost because it's got too much spread on it. The reason why the shurikens or the kunai are okay is, let's go here, let's tribute the shield. The kunai are okay because I'm getting a little bit more up close and personal with these guys. I think he was actually getting affected by the fire, so the little skeleton doo-doo-hoots are not affected. Okay. Let's see, does split shot reduce the damage overall? Yes, it does. It halves your damage, but you attack 3 times. So, like, ultimately, it's a 50% damage increase if you hit with all 3 of them. As long as you're hitting with 2 at a time, it's more or less worth it. This game needs legendary versions of each weapon. Yes, it does. Honestly, I actually wish it had the Borderlands effect on every weapon. I think that would be I think that would actually be like a really, really smart idea. Because the problem is, like, there's a bunch of really cool weapons that are unique, but also kind of suck. Just because, you know, they don't have an upgraded version of them. And so I'd like to use them, but the like, baseline attributes aren't worth the, like, keeping the special effect around. I'm trying to think of, like, a good example with this one. I mean, kind of, sort of the matchlock. The matchlock is like a neat gun, but it's awkward and its stats are kind of low. So you have to pump, like, a lot of food into it to make it worth it. Another example would be, like, the hand crossbow. I love the hand crossbow. It's a neat weapon. Might take some damage in this room. Maybe not. Luckily, you can interrupt those guys, which is helpful. Let's see. Borderlands effect can make them really crap or really wonky. True. But, like, at the same time, have you seen how much trash I've, like, cycled through in my inventory over the course of this singular run? I would either rather have a Borderlands effect or, like, a weapon modification system instead. Because, it's so much more satisfying to have either of those than these, like, kind of fixed and bad weapons. Because, like, with Nuclear Throne, you kind of, every weapon had its place. Even into the end game, generally, some weapons were amazing. And, you know, every weapon could have, like, some pretty hefty drawbacks to make them not worth. And so kind of more dependent on how, like, you built your character. Ish. I mean, there were definite hierarchies. There were some things that were just garbage. Okay, the one problem with the attack speed is it doesn't have the attack speed costs more food. So I might not get it as much as I'd like. Oh well, that's fine. I've got 50% crit, 41% evasion. That could be higher. Well, we'll see. Really depends on how good the food buffs are for the next couple levels. They've been pretty good so far.